you said something. I can tell you the words. Can you tell us, can you model really quickly what it might sound like for a woman to ask for something she wanted in a way that a man could respond, assuming we've gone through the 4 steps?
Yes. Now let's look at the words. Give me one request a woman would want. Just let me know. I'll deal with that.
Maybe he could do more around the house.
Okay, let's call it. He doesn't empty the trash. Okay, or he could clean. What would give me a specific? First of all, that's an abstract. I want you to do more around the house. That means nothing to a man. It has to be a specific task that he does and gets rewarded for. So give me a task that would be part of doing more about the house.
He would do the dishes.
All right, that's a big one. So it'd be, let's say she's doing the dishes and he's not. Already he's been trained that he doesn't have to do the dishes to make you happy. So you're happy and you're doing the dishes and now you want him to do the dishes. The way you would start is you simply say, oh, honey, I'm really tired tonight. Would you help me? And he'd say, what is it? And he said, would you do the dishes tonight? And he'd say, he'd grumble a little bit and you would then go, most women at that point would go, oh, okay, I'll just do it myself because he grumbles. You have to recognize you're asking him to do a new job. He has to decide whether to do it. Is it necessary? Is it required? I haven't had to do it before. Why do I have to do it now? There's sort of this resistance a man will have to being asked to do more because he gets the message with a request that, gee, I haven't been doing enough. You know, I work really hard. I'm really tired. I did this whole thing and now I have to do more. So, and maybe his mother always did the dishes. So he has this idea that women do dishes. There's a lot that has to overcome there. So what you do is you say, honey, I'm really tired tonight. You could actually start with, would you help me with the dishes? See, again, every job, every request, you want to go gently, little progression, little progression. A baby doesn't learn to walk. They start to crawl first. That's normal life. It's trees don't just suddenly make flowers. It takes a season to get there. So everything is slow. Real change is slow. So you basically, oh, I'm really tired tonight. Would you help me? Would you bring over the dishes and wash them and I'll put them in the dryer? Whatever, make a little request. And then when he does it, he experiences a little change and you delight in it. He gets to see, it's like, oh, it's so much help. It feels so good. Men will always respond to what feels good. Then another night you do that again and do that again. And then no big discussion. Your job is this, my job is that. You would just simply say, oh, I'm so tired. Would you do the dishes tonight? And because he's so used to getting rewarded for doing this little thing, then he's happy to do it. But you have to realize a lot of men, when it comes to dishes and housework, have been trained in a culture where men didn't do that. They didn't experience growing up doing that, seeing dad do that. Oh, you have huge advantage if he saw his dad doing it. But if his dad never did it, his part of his training is you don't do that. So you have to gradually adjust to this and be okay with that. Realize there's logic to that rather than the other logic, which is we both have a job. Why am I doing this? You should do it too. That you should do it too attitude is the opposite of accepting where a person is. So it's a gradual movement towards greater intimacy by little requests, rewarding those little requests. Then he gives more and he gives more and he gives more. And let's say he had huge resistance at washing dishes. Then you start with something else, oh my gosh, would you help me by doing this? But it always comes from a thing of he comes home, he's kind of like in his own world, he's in his cave world. And you just say, oh, honey, when you have a chance, would you help me? That's how you introduce it. Honey, when you have some time tonight, would you help me? He's going to go, well, what do you want? What do you want? You go, oh, I'll tell you later. Just let me know when you're available. I just need like 10 minutes. Give him a time limit. Give him a little request. And then he says, well, what is it? I want to do it now. Okay, well, only take 10 minutes. He says, okay, what is it? And you say, would you help me put away the dishes? Or would you help me unload the dishes? A specific request. Not a general thing. We're making a policy here. A specific request and a reward afterwards. And again, women have to look at their own resistance to that reward afterwards because she's going to be feeling, look, I've been doing them every night. I didn't ask for a big reward or parade.
Right.